Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we will discuss about a topic validate scope. Friend, this is a very important topic and we will discuss this topic in detail with respect to the methodology as defined by PMI or PMBOK, Project Management Body of Knowledge. So the purpose of making this video is that friend that just want to share my knowledge with you. If any person who is studying project management in university, so this video can be very helpful for you. And dude, remember one thing that if you are studying project management, you must see at least uh, around 7 to 8 questions related to scope and validate scope. So this is a very important concept to understand with respect to the project management studies. And also if you are a professional and implementing a project, so again this is a very important concept in terms of project management to understand that what is the importance of validate scope in our project in project implementation. So friend, in this tutorial, in this video, I will try my level best to explain the concept of validator scope in a very easy to understand manner, so that you can understand and you can implement it in your life. You can use the concept of validator scope in your practical life. And also if you are planning to give an exam of VMP, so again this will be very helpful for you, because remember one thing that you will definitely see at least 7 to 8 questions related to validate scope in the exam, and you must see this topic in the exam. This is so you can just realize, you can just understand the importance of this concept validate scope. So friends, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Validate scope. What is validate scope? Before going into deep, I would ask from you friends, whoever is watching my video, what is scope in your opinion? What is scope? This is a very common term in our life, that whenever we talk about with customer, whenever we talk about team, this is a very common term, scope. So friend, what is a scope in your knowledge, in your understanding? What is your scope? Please let me ask from you. Friend, scope means the boundary of requirement. That for example, if a customer wants to implement an e-commerce solution and he needs 5 modules in the e-commerce solution, so the 5 modules which are agreed with the customer, so these are the scope. And scope means locking of requirements, that these are the 5 modules which customer needs, so this is our scope, this is signed with the customer, accepted by the customer. So this is the scope of requirement. If anything lies under the 5 modules assigned scope, so it is our requirement, it is our requirement to deliver, it comes under the scope. If anything is outside the scope, so it is out of a scope for us. So scope means boundary of requirement which we have to deliver. If anything is outside the scope, so we will consider it as out of a scope. Okay friend, so this is called the concept of scope. Now coming to our validate scope. Validate scope just to make sure that the scope fulfilled. Validate scope means just ensuring that the scope is fulfilled. The validate scope is a project management process that is used to formally accept completed project deliverables. Friend, validate scope is a term, is a process in project management which makes sure that ensure the formally acceptance of completed project deliverables. Okay, validate scope is a project management process basically which is used to formally accept the completed project deliverables. Its main advantage is that it provides objectivity to the acceptance process as well as improve the finished product, services or result by validating the deliverables. What does that mean? This is just a definition. Let me answer you. For example, as a customer, for example, you are implementing a project of e-commerce solution, and as per the signed scope of work, you have to deliver 5 modules to customer. So validate scope means that you will see the project management plan, you will see the scope documents and make sure that you have to deliver the 5 modules, and as per the signed scope of work, as per the agreed project management plan, we have delivered the 5 modules. Okay, in the definition of 5 modules, that as per the scope document what we have to deliver to customer, so it is written clearly in the scope document. So we are making ensure that as per the scope document we have delivered the 5 modules to customers. So it is validating the scope, and validating the scope is a process in project management to formally accept the deliverables. Are you with me? Are you getting my point? Validating a scope means making ensure that as per the scope document, as per the agreed project management plans, we have delivered the modules to customer, and we are formally accepted the project deliverable. If there is any ambiguity, for example, if anything is not clear, so we will go for change request, or we will go for some changes if it is not accepted. So validating a scope means validating through how you will validate that it is correct or not. You will validate it through the scope documents, scope document, project management plans, the requirement traceability matrix. So by using the documents, you will make sure that the deliverables are properly delivered to customer. Whatever was agreed, whatever was signed between the two parties, customer and vendor, it has been delivered to customer, and now we are finally accepting the deliverables. So this is called the concept, or this is called the concept of validate a scope process in project management. If there is any ambiguity, if there is any disagreement, if they are saying that these are requirements are not up to the as per the requirement, if they need more changes in the scope, so they will go for the change request. So this is called the concept of validate a scope. So friend, remember one thing, as per the PMBOK project management body of knowledge, validate scope is a project management process that is used to formally accept completed project deliverables. And how you will make sure, how you will validate the scope, you will validate the scope through the scope documents, project management plans, and requirement traceability matrix. So you use these tools, you use these inputs to validate. Input mean that you use these documents to validate the scope, and once it has been approved, once it has been agreed that the deliverables are has been successfully delivered to customer, so we will accept formally the deliverable. So this is called the concept of validate a scope. Validate a scope is a process in which inputs are project management plan, requirement documentation, requirement traceability matrix, verified deliverables, work performance data. So all these are the inputs. Inputs means, friends, if you are improving, if you are executing the validate scope, you use these documents. What are the documents? Project management plan, requirement documentation, requirement traceability matrix, verified deliverables, work performance data, and tools and techniques whatever you use, like inspection, group decision making techniques. For example, tools and techniques means that some group make your decision making techniques, and inspection you use these inputs, and after using the tools and techniques for these inputs, the outputs are accepted deliverables, change request, work performance information, or and project documents update. Friend, for example, let me try to explain it in a more easy way. For example, you have to deliver a e-commerce solution to customer with 5 modules. For the same example, so what you will do, you use the scope documents, project management documents. Some team, for example, project management team use these documents to make sure that as per the scope of document, scope documents, the requirement documents, we have delivered the 5 modules to the customer, and the accepted and the output of these all these exercise will be accepted deliverables. If any change is required, we will go for change request, work performance information, and project documents update. Project documents update means when if we accepted the deliver, so we will improve, we will update the project management plan, project schedules, like we are marking that 100% we have delivered these deliverables. If any change request is required, so we have to make the change request document, for example change management plan, we have to update the baselines of the scope, cost, schedule if any change request is expected or requested from the customer. So friend, just I will try my level best to explain you in a very easy way. Validate scope is a project management process in which we use the requirement documents, scope documents, project management plans, and by using some inspection and group decision making, we either we accept the deliverables, either we reject the deliverables as well. So validate scope is a process which we output is the accepted deliverables. If it is accepted, if any change is required, so we will go for change request, and in the end the project documents will be updated. Project documents means project management plan. If a scope document needs to be updated, so by using this change request, so we have to update scope baseline, cost baselines is needs to be updated through the change request, so we have to do it. So validate scope is a project management process to validate the scope that it has been delivered, and using we have to make it sure through the scope documents, project management plan, and the output is accepted deliverables and the update of project documents. So this is called the concept of validate scope. So friends, I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side. Thank you.